Alright everyone, welcome to another RFC Reviews. I'm your host Diecast, and today we have Fans Hobby MB-03A, which is Master Builder-03A, the 9th SGC 2017 limited edition. And let's take a quick look at the box. We'll get Red Dragon out of the way here, and you can see up top they say limited edition. I've got number 143 of 300. It's just a plain brown box, which I don't mind. If this saves money, you know, by all means, do this all the time. We don't need that extra fancy box. But you got a nice picture of Red Dragon, the Red Dragon, on the front here in robot and dinosaur mode, or monster bot mode, as you know, this is another type of monster bot, even though it's based on a Beast Wars Megatron. You can see on the side here you get some additional faces, you get hands, add-on fists, and they're included. You do get laser engraved number on each individual product, and 9th SCG 2017 logo. And again, you get some how to contact Fans Hobby. And they're pretty cool. They've actually retweeted some of my stuff and talked to me on Facebook and Twitter. So yeah, that's really cool. I really appreciate a company that engages with the fans. And in here, not to get too much into it, but you just get clamshell packaging, which is great. Everything was wrapped really good. No complaints about the packaging. I don't need fancy packaging, and hopefully you don't either. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at this figure. It is just so beautiful. You can see the red metallic eyes are done absolutely perfect on this guy. You got, his standard face right there. Have nice gold and purple paint. The purple is done really well. All the paint on this figure is done really well. You get some red on the head right there. Gold in the center with some purple additional. And of course the purple face and those eyes. Those eyes are so good. You get a little bit of black down here. These pieces right here are die cast, I believe, and you do get a little up and down motion out of those and a little wiggle. And you got some black paint on there as well. This must be die cast also. Yeah, the centerpiece right here, the red, you can tell on the die cast is just a little bit darker. And no, I just think they're doing that to match, because some of the reds, there's a whole bunch of different shades of reds on this guy. You got some darker red here, and then a lighter, like reddish orange right here. I hope it's coming up on the camera okay. You got some nice gold, some purple over top of the gold right here, gold down here, some black on the toes right there, and then inside the leg, that's where you get the MB-03 143 out of 300, which shows my figure matched the box. And then it's more for transformation, but you also get on the bottom of the foot the other 9th SGC 2017 logo. You can see I have Megatron holding his weapon of death and destruction, and that does come out like that. And then you can, as you can see, the hand does, this weapon does slide into the hands. There's a little channel right there just for the sword to slot in, so you can have him hold one sword on each side. These hands are removable, and the reason the hands are removable, I just kicked Grimlock. the hands are removable, because if you just want to have the dragon hand, you can have this port right there where he can shoot fire out. I know the retail version is going to come with 2 flame effects coming out the side, but if you want to put the other hand in, all you have to do is just pop that in right there, and you can bring his dragon head back. And this part is a little bit tough right here. You can see these 2 notches, and there's 2 holes right there, and you can kind of push this dragon head back and in, and it'll lock in, if you heard that right there. I wish that had a better feel. It feels like you're forcing it when you're locking it in. It is a little bit tight to get off, but then you can, and then what I like to do is I like to flip this jaw around, and then you just extend that forward, and I did that off camera. Just extend this forward. That kind of makes the arms look a little bit better, and of course they rotate, so you can put them whatever way you want. And you get double jointed elbows, which will give you more than 90 degrees of bend. You also get a butterfly sort of at the shoulder, and the shoulders go all the way up. Nice ratchets all the way up. You get an upper bicep swivel, and you get a lower swivel at, let's say, the wrist, and then the hand can swivel on its own. So you get a lot of options with this guy for posability. He does have a little bit of an ab crunch. Which is kind of, yeah, there it is. So there is a little bit of an ab crunch. And then he does have a rotation. There we go. If you pull up his waist, it'll give you that waist rotation. And then it's not really an ab crunch. It's more of this just sliding down a little bit. But if you pull his chest up, you will get that full rotation right there. So, and the legs, nice and ratchety, as they should be. They also ratchet in and out. You can get even higher than 90 degrees on this. Backwards all the way, forwards almost all the way. Then you get an upper thigh, and you get a knee, which will get you less than 90 degrees unless you move this panel for the back leg due to transformation. Then you can get almost a full 90 degrees. And we're going, he does have ankle tilts because his foot is on the ball joint right there. And these feel like almost all die cast. The feet very, very sturdy. Stand this guy up. And then his head, as you can see, is on a nice ball joint. You can get a lot of rotation out of it. Excellent down. Good amount up. And then, of course, side to side. So you can, well, I'm thinking, I'm very confused. But yeah, wow. Then let's just go over the wings, which I wanted to leave towards the end. You get some nice gold plastic in here. Gold plastic, gold paint. Some gold paint right there. And then you get these wings, which are, all 3 pieces are on individual ratchets. And they are just absolutely beautiful. And that's what, one thing that's really breathtaking about this figure is this translucent red. You can see my fingers behind it, and then it goes into this yellow. The retail version is going to be a little bit different. I think they're a little bit more orange into a yellow. I'm not exactly sure. I looked at it a couple days ago online, but definitely just be aware of that if you want to pick up the retail version of this guy, and check that out, and just make sure you're not going to, you're going to be happy with the differences. I still think it looks great. The retail version looks astounding also, but just be aware of that if you are planning on pre-ordering this guy, and I highly recommend him. We'll take a quick look at the back. Again, you got pretty much a whole lot going on, but basic. These arms they are on hinges also, so they only have one point of articulation right there, plus the ball joint at the wing, but you can kind of put them wherever you want. I kind of like having them seen from the front. It just kind of fills in more of this top area. We'll even pull this back so you can see the full wing section for this guy. It's amazing, and you can spread this out even further if you want. I mean, that is a wide wingspan. So just to give you an idea, let's put MP10 right here, and you can see how big he is. Head to head, they're about the same size. Actually, Prime might be a little bit bigger just because of his antennas, but with the wings, it just adds so much more to this figure. It's absolutely amazing. And we'll pull him in real quick. And again, the wings back here, which you do just have to slide on when you get them. You can kind of see they're sliding out. I wish they would have clipped in there a little bit, but like I said, not the worst thing. They rotate right here. They have a ratchet right here. Another ratchet right here. And then these pieces are all ratcheted and individually articulated, so you can make your wingspan however you want. And again, like I said, these wings, they just slide in and out. They're not on the figure when it comes in the box, at least on my version, and you just slide them in there. I kind of wish, like I said, I just wish they would lock in. But if you want to transform it, you can kind of just take those off and get them out of the way if you want. So let's go ahead and I'll pull his hands out right here, and there is a way to store those. We will show that off in robot mode, and you can see the kind of the plastic getting a little bit torn up on the nubs there from me pushing the head all the way back. And then those two nubs can be also used on the head in dragon mode, just like that. There we go. Close up his mouth, just like that. Do the same thing on this side. Pull this dragon head. And there you go. If you want him with both his dragon hands, you can do that. Again, nice purple paint on the nose here. Mine's got a little scuff right on the corner there. Gold eyes, nice black. Almost reminds me of the Power Ranger Red Dragon Zord with all the red and the black and the... Yeah, it just kind of gives me that. Gives me that vibe. You can see the top of the head's a little bit more reddish orange, and then you get a deeper red here. You get these nice, beautiful gold teeth, which look fabulous. And then let's go ahead and get into transformation. First thing you want to do is you want to come to the back. It is a pretty simple transformation on this guy. Just going to... Oh, there went the head. Come to the back here. We're just going to pop that off. even though the head does pop off, if you want to change the faces out, you just have to undo the screw right in that hole right there to get the faces out. There's no other way to change the face on this guy. So pop that back on, and what you want to do is rotate around the head. We're going to leave it like that, just for now. You're also going to want to pull this chest apart at the center here, and this will push back, lift up the head just a little bit. And when you push that back inside, that'll give you a little bit more room to angle the back out to get the head to pass this tab right here. And then again, I like to rotate the head around, and then no, actually I think you can't rotate the head around. Yeah, so you fold it straight down just like that, and the head will fit right inside there. And we're going to want to close this all up, and this will all tab together. So this is how the head has to go back. Kind of fold this down just to get this out of the way to show you here. And you can see on the inside here, his chin will stick out just a little bit, but there's a little notch in there right above this tab that this is supposed to slide into. It's a very, very tight tolerance, and it does tend to, at least on mine, it's scraped up his chin just a little bit. So it's not the best. I would almost recommend, if you want to transform it, just pop that head off the ball joint, and that way you won't have to worry about damaging the head. But that's just what I would probably do. But you can do it, as you can see, with his head still in there. And then you just want to bring these arms up, just like so. Rotate these around, bring these arms up. And you can see there's only really one way they can go. They can't go this way because this will hit it. And they can't go this way because they won't fold up. So this is pretty much how you have to tilt him up. You can push the waist down. That will lock this all into place, so the waist rotation will not work. And then we'll come down to the legs. He's not a very difficult transformation, but it is. There are some tight tolerances on here. So first thing you want to do is just pull the foot down and out, and then we're gonna rotate this panel out and around. Move that tail up. Move this around, and this will hinge back inside there. And then actually, before you get that all hinged in, you want to flip this foot piece around, just like that. And now this is going to act as a heel for the dragon, and then you can rotate this around. And again, very tight tolerance with all this stuff here. And then once you get that in and rotate it around, you can come to the front of what was the robot mode, and then we're going to flip this panel in and flip this up, and then this piece will come down and kind of just sit over top of that tab right there, just like that. And then we'll do the same thing On the other side, bring this panel up and open that. Bring this down, rotate it out, get the tail out of the way. Bring this down, bring the heel down, and then make sure this rotates to the outside, and then you just want to rotate this all the way around. Again, making sure all these pieces stay out of your way. Just like so. Then when you start to flip this all around, then you can start tabbing this stuff all together. Get the tail tabbed together. Then you can see the wings are just flopping around as you're moving this thing back and forth due to transformation. And then close that up. And there you have the dragon almost done. Then these wings, they will just come back. You can bring his dragon arms down, bend these out, bend these out, and then the heads you can do angle however you want, and just make sure the arms are rotated properly. That way you can maneuver the arms. Again, spin that around. And there you have Megatron in his beast mode or dinosaur mode. And you can tell he looks really nice. There is storage for the hands on these panels right here. There's a hole right on the inside that these fists can plug into. Then you can just close up like that. So it is parts forming, but at least there's storage. And then they close up and you can see them from the top just a little bit, but nothing bothersome. You can see that 9th SGC 2017 logo shows up really nice on the leg right there. You can again angle these however you want, but I would only use these back hinges because if not, you're pulling the arms out, which looks a little bit strange. And yeah, there you have him. And also his swords, if you want, you can store them on the front or the back of the wings. And they just tab in with this peg right here. And again, I do prefer the back of the wings. I think that looks much nicer. And again, right here, you can have them face up or down, whatever you desire. Kind of wish the ratchets in the legs were just a tad tighter, but if you're using his tail to kind of hold him up, it will work with his feet right there. And again, he is just a beautiful, beautiful dinosaur. Or dragon, or whatever you want to call him, monster bot. And he does have this double hinge on his mouth going on, but I would try and just use the one. If you want to open his mouth up and make him shoot fire, and again, the flame effects are going to plug into that port right there, this version did not have it. But really nice. I'm really happy with this guy. He looks absolutely amazing. There are kind of some minor clearance issues or fitment issues. The ratchets in the legs could have been a little bit stronger, but overall, just a really super nice figure. Fans Hobby is killing it, in my opinion. Their arch enemy, which I reviewed, was phenomenal. I really liked that. And they're doing their Power Master Optimus Prime as Master Baser. And I'm so looking forward to getting that figure. And that figure is absolutely huge. I mean, I think he's twice the size of this Megatron. So, let's take a quick look at the accessories and then we'll wrap up. Here are the two alternate heads you get with Megatron. You get a face, just that clenching my teeth, grr. And then you also get a frowny face Megatron. He's just not happy. He's a sad Megatron. So there you have the two additional faces that come with this guy. And yeah, I would definitely check out CapturedPrey.com if you want to pre-order the retail release of this. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel down at the corner right there. Just press the subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast and on Twitter at Diecast2. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.